I really got to give it to you casuals, you guys who think you're MMA experts or gurus or whatever the fuck you call yourselves, sitting in front of your camera with your fat ass bodies talking about how Colby Covington sucks or Colby Covington should fucking retire. Let me tell you something. You guys, every single time you open your mouth about Colby Covington, you are telling Dana White that people are talking about him. I go right now to fucking YouTube. I could type in UFC. You want to know what comes up? 15,000 fucking bullshit podcasts from bullshit people who should not be doing fucking podcasts or commentary of any type when it comes to the UFC talking about Colby Covington. They're not talking about Alex Pereira's next fight, which they should be. They're not talking about John Jones's next fight, which they should be. They're not talking about Islam Makhachev fucking versus Arman, which they should be. They're not talking about Merab Dvalishvili versus Umar, which they should be. They should be talking about so many other things that's going on right now for 2025 in the UFC. But what they're so obsessed with, what they have hard-ons for, or with their little clits, the little clit hard-ons, because they're really women disguised as men, although some of them look like fucking bitches anyway. You guys just can't stop talking about Colby Covington, which tells Dana White that he's going to continue to use him. He's going to continue to pay him $1 million every time he goes out there because, fucking believe it, he got $1 million for that last fight, if not more. And he will continue to headline, and he will continue to get title shots. He's definitely not going to get a title shot after losing to Joaquin Buckley, especially not with that lucky cut. Not uppercut. The uppercut was not lucky. The uppercut was well timed, but that fucking cut on the side of his face, that was fucking luck. And just like Dana White said, that fight would not have been stopped in fucking Vegas. Matter of fact, that woman had a vendetta because in the first round, she could have stopped it, but she didn't. And then it was bleeding, and like all stupid fucking doctors making that stupid comment, his eyebrow's gonna cut off if we continue this. You stupid bitch. No, the eyebrow does not fall off. It wasn't on his eyebrow. It was under his fucking eyebrow or his eyelid or whatever the fuck stupid comment she made. These doctors love making predictions. They shouldn't even be out there. She's not qualified. She shouldn't have been out there. Complete stupid fucking moron. Stopping the fight. It should not have been come on. Yes, it was gushing blood, but it was gushing blood in the first round. Just stop it in the first round. You let him get to 3, let him get to 5. Who cares? But I digress. Let's look at the last 5 fucking names that Colby Covington has fought. The last 5 names. You know what? Before Joaquin Buckley, Kamaru Usman, Tyron Woodley, Kamaru Usman again, Jorge Masvidal, Leon Edwards. Okay? And then he fights Joaquin Buckley. He didn't have to take this fight, but he's a fighter. He wanted to take it. They probably said, hey, we'll give you a fucking $1 million to fight this guy. Fuck it. So he took it. Then you're going to tell me that he should retire at the age of 36 when you got Glover Teixeira, winning the champion, the light heavyweight championship at the age of 42 or 45 or however old he was. He might be on the lower end of his fucking prime, but he's not fading. It was a lucky fucking cut. Now listen carefully, dumbasses, before you fucking comment. I didn't say lucky uppercut. It was a lucky cut to his fucking eye that caused a fucking unbelievable amount of blood to pour out of his fucking face, but he's smiling and he still took Buckley down after that. And while he's wiping his face, getting punched in the face, getting punched in the fucking gut, Buckley cannot knock him down. He can't fucking knock him out. He can't do shit. Yeah, he's stuffing the takedowns because Colby can't see where the fuck he is, but you know what? Colby still managed to take down Joaquin Buckley. And all of his steroid fucking, that guy is definitely juiced up. The more you idiots talk about Colby Covington, the more it says to Dana White and all the other people who plan fucking fights, Colby Covington is still relevant. Okay? Just like that stupid idiot from fucking Canada, Ariel Helwani. Moron. Stupid idiot. 2 people he can't stop talking about because he has hard-ons for both of them with his little 2-inch killer. Dana White and fucking Colby Covington. And every time he does a show about Colby Covington, look at how many views he gets. Every time he does a show about how much he hates Dana White, look at how many fucking views he gets. And then he talks about some other shit and he gets no views. He's trying to get into boxing, 0 views compared to Colby. If he just mentions Colby Covington's name, it gets 100,000 views instantaneously. It gets more views than any other person he's talking about. Go look at the press conference numbers. Who got more views in the press conference? Colby or fucking Joaquin? Guess what? It was fucking Colby. You know why? Because you guys can't let him die. Because he's not gonna die. Because he's not a shit fighter. He's a great fighter. He's a great fighter who has some unfortunate circumstances. And that's the fucking end of it. Everyone knows he won the fucking Kamaru Usman fight. First one, second one, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay? Got his ass kicked in the first one. He lost. Second one, he won. Let's fucking be honest. Everyone knows he won that one. Beats Jorge Masvidal, loses to Leon Edwards, whatever. He lost to Leon fucking Edwards. He didn't lose to a pussy. He's not fighting pussies. You know what I mean? Who the fuck did Joaquin Buckley fight in order to earn a fucking fight with him? He lost to Chris fucking Curtis. That's Sean Strickland's training partner. Chris Curtis is a great fighter, but he got his ass knocked out in the second round. That was only like 3 years ago. That was only 2 fucking years ago. Then he fights Alex Morano, Vicente Luque. Okay, he knocked him out. Then he gets fucking Selton. Then he gets Stephen Thompson. And then he gets Colby Covington. Colby didn't have to take this fucking fight. You should be thanking Colby for taking that fight, because the only reason why you gave a shit about that fight card was because Colby Covington was on it. No one cared about anything else that went down in that fucking fight. Yeah, Cub Swanson with that amazing knockout. Who cares? The big news was Colby fucking Covington fighting. And that is the fucking truth. And the more you idiots talk about him, the more he survives. So Colby Covington is living rent-free, as the casuals say, in your fucking brain. Every time Colby Covington's fucking name is brought up, you either love him or you hate him. That is what the fucking people who make money, who are entrepreneurs, love. They love when you really hate a product or when you really like a product, because that says that you're paying attention to the fucking product. If you were indifferent to the guy, like, for example, Cub Swanson, he kind of has a fan base. No one really hates him. So therefore, it's like he's Cub Swanson. No one really cares about Cub Swanson. He's not making $1 million fucking payday. Colby Covington is. I'm not saying Cub Swanson is not a fucking great fighter. I love Cub Swanson. He's a great guy. He's a nice guy. But nowhere on the level of fucking fandom or stardom. Just look at the amount of views he gets when he talks anywhere versus Colby Covington when he talks anywhere. The next interview that Colby Covington decides to give for one of these losers on their fucking podcast, it's gonna get like 50,000 views, if not 100,000, because people give a shit about what he has to say, because you guys are obsessed with him. So if Colby Covington wasn't relevant, you wouldn't be talking about him. Okay, you'd be talking about everything I said in the beginning. Islam Makhachev, Umar Nurmagomedov. Matter of fact, you'd be talking about Sharaputin Magomedov, a guy you should be paying attention to, because now he's finally gonna fight that other guy that made his transfer from Bellator. What's his name? The guy that likes to throw out fucking Pokemon balls. Forgot his fucking name. But anyway, that is a great fight coming up, and you guys are sleeping on this motherfucker. Why? Because he's not an outspoken shit talker, and he looks kind of weird, but he's a great fighter. He's undefeated, and I think he's gonna beat this motherfucker. Sharaputin Magomedov. I've been talking about him for 2 years, but no one cares. No, you talk about Colby fucking Covington. You talk about Colby Covington, the more you bring his name up, the more it tells fucking Dana he's relevant, he's gonna make money, I'm gonna keep him in the UFC. He's 36 years old. He should not fucking retire, you dumbasses. Whoever the fuck he fights next, unless it's Dustin Poirier, which would be an amazing matchup, which I don't think is gonna happen because Dustin for some reason doesn't want to fight him. I mean, whoever he fights next, he's gonna win. It's gonna be a much easier fight, and then it's gonna put him right back in fucking contention. And you guys are gonna keep paying attention. Look, he only has to fight once a year because he's making $1 million every fucking year. Plus, he has 15 other things going on the outside. He even worked for a company that I used to work for. The guy is smart, and he keeps marketing himself, and you keep buying his shit. Why? Because you're obsessed with him. If you hate Colby Covington, don't talk about him. But the fact is, you don't hate him. You love to pay attention to what the fuck he's doing because your tongue is up his ass. Get your tongue out of his ass, wipe your tongue off, and then you can put it back in your fucking mother's ass. But the fact is, you love Colby Covington. So does Dana White. He's not going fucking anywhere. He's not going to retire, and you casuals are going to have to fucking deal with it. Why? Because you're a casual.